was my birthday the other day, and I got lots of lovely presents.
Ah, yes. Good, good. Did you get anything nostalgic?
Well, I did get flowers actually. I really did.
Flowers. Did you really?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that was a really, really great example then.
Yes, I actually really did. I got lovely creams and things, and I got a zodiac jigsaw from Roman.
Ooh. Ooh, you're gonna have to take a picture of that after you put it together.
Oh, I will. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to actually clear the table of the remains of the tax return, which is done. But all the papers are still everywhere. So I need to clear the table so I can do my jigsaw. Yeah. And I
Oh.
also got an astrology course book for me
Ooh.
by Dee.
Ooh.
Yes.
Nice. Nice,
So
nice
I'm very
present.
happy. Oh, and I got a personalized birthday card from Donny Osmond.
No way.
Yes.
One of those talking ones or
It's unbelievable, from my sister. Literally, the screen comes up and Donny Osmond is sitting there with balloons and everything all around him, and he goes, "Happy birthday, Mandy." And then my mouth went. And then Donny Osmond does this whole dance routine, and he's got all these dancers there and lights, and he's going, "Mandy, it's your birthday," right? And all this, and my name is flashing up. It's hysterical. It's hysterical.
oh, you're gonna have to share your screen to show me. That is so flipping epic.
I know. This is
Was he
very Six of Cups.
was he wearing purple socks?
No.
Then it wasn't really it was a Donny Osmond look-alike.
No, it was the real Donny, for sure. Oh, I've got to
Oh,
show it to you.
yes, you do. I can't believe you took till now to tell me that. That's like flipping
I'm sorry, it was
amazing.
just amazing. It was just an most amazing thing.
Oh my God. I'm like, "Eep."
Yeah. So, yeah. So Six of Cups is very, very lovely. Yeah.
And I love that it was Donny Osmond because the traditional meaning for me, the way I learned it, was this card was about nostalgia and remembering our childhood. So
Yeah. Actually, yes. Actually, yeah. He is a very, very big, well, teenage memory for me.
yeah. Yeah, teenage. Oh my gosh. So that's perfect for the
Well,
traditional
actually,
meaning.
there is a little bit of Five of Cups. Now I'm going down Donny Osmond Road. I remember going on holiday with my family, and I had to leave the kind of like the restaurant to go down to the disco or whatever it was, so I could listen to the radio. This is years ago, to hear if Puppy Love was still number one. It had been at number one in the charts for about 5 or 6 weeks or something, and Puppy Love had been knocked out of first place to number two by Alice Cooper. And I remember bursting into tears and going back to the restaurant absolutely distraught because Puppy Love was no longer number one.
I hope when he made you that video, he knew what a diehard fan you are.
Oh my God. When I was pregnant with Gretel, I said, I am having an epidural, right? I am absolutely insisting on having an epidural, right? I went on and on and on about it all through the pregnancy. So sure enough, I got my epidural and I could feel nothing. I could feel nothing, no pain at all. And I had my earphones on and I had Donny Osmond singing, "This is the moment."
And
A tarot card that is.
you know what's funny? I did not know you were a Donny Osmond fan. And you know, I'm making all those puppets for the Pomegranate Grove people, right?
Oh,
I told Paul the other day, Mandy's sock has to be purple, and I can't find the right purple sock, but it has to be
oh, even
purple.
more so now because it's Donnie's favourite colour.
Yeah, I remember he always talked about his purple sock.
Yeah.
And but
But you'll like this, Sharon. You will like this. So I'm sorry if anyone else thinks, oh, I wish this woman would shut up. I found my diaries. Oh, this is years ago of that I used to write when I was a teenager, and I found my diary of when I was 14, and it actually said, I mean, this was like shocking. It said, me and Margaret, that she was my friend, we went down the alley and smoked her mum's dog ends. Right, do you remember, like the ends of the cigarettes? I'd,
yeah.
I'd never smoked before. And it said it was absolutely disgusting and I will never do it again. And anyway, Johnny wouldn't like it. Seriously, that is what I wrote. And the sad thing was, I ended up being a smoker for 20 years after that.
Seriously.
Yeah, I've given it up now. I haven't smoked for years, but yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
But at age 14, it was the most disgusting thing I'd ever done. And anyway, Johnny wouldn't like it.
Maybe you took up smoking because you realized that he was too old for you and you weren't gonna go after him.
Maybe
Once you
that's what it
stopped
was.
thought thinking, his opinion mattered. Like, but this is a very good card for nostalgia, childhood
Yes.
memories.
Yes, it is.
But that's not all it is. It really isn't all it is.
No, it is it is a card of giving and generosity, I think.
True.
I think it's very sweet.
Yeah. A lot of people think that the Six of Coins is generosity, but this is true generosity. I mean, he's just giving it to her to be nice. I love it.
Yeah,
I love
yeah,
it. He's not caring if anybody's looking. I love it for generosity. I love it for a safe place along with the sun because
yeah.
they seem walled in. You've got the guard. A lot of people don't even know that guard's in the card. You see
Oh
him
yes,
walking
yeah,
away,
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
he's at rest, not at rest, but like parade rest with his weapon pointed, not ready to stab somebody, but
Oh
pointed
no,
down like he's just
yeah,
doing rounds. There's nothing that's going to hurt them. A really cool thing a student had shown me was this all these little flowers on the bottom. Well, all the flowers, they're facing forward. And
yeah.
this one drew her eye and she saw it as like a wallflower, somebody shy.
Oh,
So I
really
thought
sweet.
that was cool.
I've got to say that in the what's is it called, the original Rider-Waite deck that you can buy, the little, what I always saw as a little girl here has got white hair and it looks like a little old lady. It just changes the whole perception.
There are a lot of questions. Is she a little girl? Is she an old lady?
I always saw her as being a little girl. It just didn't
Yeah,
even kind of enter my head that she could be an old lady till I saw that white haired version.
yeah. Maybe she's just a little platinum blonde. I don't know. But yeah, either way, on the receiving end, he's being very kind to her, and she looks like she's really happy to get whatever,
Yeah.
he's sharing with her. I love, love, love this card.
I don't even know that I necessarily saw this other one with the red thing as a he.
Oh, I'd always seen him as a he.
I don't know. I don't know that it isn't a he. Like now I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, oh yeah, it could be a he. I just don't think I ever thought about whether it was a he or a she. It was just another child.
He seems a bit of a giant proportion-wise compared to her too.
Well,
That
that would
always
be
threw
true
me.
if it is a little old lady, but if she's a little 5-year-old girl, then not necessarily.
Right, right. He just seems
It is kind of a weird little couple, actually, if you think about it.
I want to show you something. I know we could still talk about this, but I want to show you something that Iris in Scotland showed me, and I got so damned excited. So you see the card, and you see the little symbol here on the steps.
Yes,
This
yes,
building that I've made the picture of is called Culross Abbey, and it's in Scotland. It is
yeah.
actually in Scotland. And then on the little butterfly over here, I was trying to be creative. I put the Scottish flag, which is the
Where?
X, right up here where the little butterfly is, above the
Oh, I mean, it's
stairs.
because, wait a minute, it's because your face is there.
Oh, move
Now
my
I can see it.
face.
Right, right, that's it. Right. Sorry. Sorry, everyone. Yeah, carry on. Yeah.
And I was trying to be whimsical and artistic. That's why I put it in a
Oh,
butterfly.
oh, okay. Very nice. Yeah.
So when she showed me that, the Scottish flag here in the shield, and then the building that looks almost exactly like Culross Abbey, I got
Wow.
so excited because it gave me a place for the card, Scotland. So
Yes.
that doesn't always come up in a reading. I mean, I'm not going to tell everybody I read for with the Six of Cups, go to Scotland, but it gave me another piece to put into my tool belt, and I got such a big kick out of that. I
Yeah.
absolutely
Oh,
love that
yes.
we can put a place to it, because that's like even the coloration of it.
Yes. Yes.
That's Culross Abbey or somewhere in Scotland, and that's definitely the Scottish flag. And the fact that they're bundled up like it's cold, it gets daggone cold in Scotland. So when she showed me all these pictures and all of that, I just went absolute nuts. And I try to share it with everybody I can because I think it's so cool. It's more
Yeah.
like a historical aspect of the tarot than anything else, but we all know I'm a nerd. So
I think that's great. I do. I think it is really, really great. And yeah, well, that would be really good to find have a tarot deck of locations from around the world of
ah,
where
yes.
each of those things are happening, you know.
Yes. That would be really fun to do. Oh my gosh.
Go on a world
Great.
tour and find the I'll go with you. So
Okay,
if
let's
anybody would
go.
like to donate to our world tour.
Do a Kickstarter. We need like hundreds and thousands of dollars
Yes,
to go
yes.
all over.
I have noticed the little girl's gloves sometimes in readings, or her mittens.
And how have you interpreted that?
I think I interpreted that in like COVID, like make wear gloves to keep you.
Oh,
But mostly, I mostly feel very safe when this card comes up. Like it just feels like yes, it's a safe situation. I'm not feeling any threat whatsoever from this situation.
no,
It's just,
no.
and sometimes I'll get be nice, be kind, just be nice to each other. It will work wonders.
And that is so underrated. People just don't understand how big just being nice can be for another person's day, how
Yeah,
life changing a simple kindness can be, and not kindness to pat yourself on the back, but just being genuinely nice. Yeah.
those are, I think I have heard myself say, go and do a random act of kindness to someone. Do something nice for
Yeah,
somebody. It'll make you like yourself more or whatever. I don't know.
it does. It does. It makes you feel better. It makes the person you were kind to feel better. I know this doesn't have to do with the Six of Cups, but um my my next to my last year at the grocery store, I went in for my promotion or review, my year review to get my raise, and I was the produce department manager when I worked there, and I sat down, and my boss gave me the whole review, and I had gotten like awards that year for doing more sales, not more sales but more jump in sales, the best of all of the 267 stores we had. So I was sure I was going to get a raise, and when he told me you're not getting a raise this year, I was like, why not? What the hell? And he said, "You're just too nice, Sharon." What? What? I was livid. I was so mad. I What does too nice? I mean, my customers, those customers loved me. The people that worked for me loved me. If there was silence in my department, if we weren't laughing and making noise and having fun working, everybody would come running. What's wrong? What's wrong? And it wasn't that they didn't do their work. They did their job. But if they were, if they were having issues, I'd help them. And he said I was too nice. Broke my heart. And at that moment, I was like, I want on my gravestone, if I ever have a grave, she was nice. Damn it. Damn it included.
Maybe that is the Six of Cups reverse. Don't be too nice. Don't people please.
Yeah. Yeah, it
Don't
could be.
don't kind of be over. Don't overdo the kind of, the kind of customer service thing, the being nice thing.
Yeah. Because people can take advantage of you when
Yes.
you're too nice. For the longest time, I could not put the two words together. I was like, there is no such thing as too nice. But as I've grown up some more, I'm like, oh, yes, there is. Oh,
Mm.
yes, there is.
Yeah. And I think that is this card in reverse. I think if it's, it will not work out for you if you're too nice.
Yeah. Or if you're being nice to somebody, make sure they're not just milking that for all it's
Yeah.
worth and taking
Yeah.
advantage of you and leaving you without, you know?
Yeah.
What if that
Or
girl
it could
comes
be
back?
somebody's being nice, but I don't know if I trust it in reverse.
Yeah,
Like,
what are they
what do they
after?
want?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
And I remember once, when I was very young, maybe about 17 or something like that, and my next door neighbour had a grandson that was about the same age as me. And when he was about 17, he knocked on the door, the grandson, because he didn't live there, and he said to me, did I want to go out for a drink? Right. And he'd apparently come to stay at his grandparents to see a football game or something, because it was near where they lived or something like that. I don't know. So I went out for this drink with him, and he sort of told me that he'd been madly in love with me since he was 12 or something, and there'd been a picture of me in the local paper when I was 12, and he had it pinned on his bedroom wall or something like that. And what started off as nice became a bit like over. Oh, it was a bit too much for me. And then after that, it was kind of all, and it wasn't like, he obviously knew where I lived because he'd known I'd lived there since I was about 2 or something. But I was getting flowers and I was getting chocolates and all of these gifts, and I was having to hide and pretend I was out. Do you know what I mean? It was just too much, all the niceness.
Oh,
That was the
damn.
sense of,
That's kind of stalkery.
yeah, yeah, it did start to, it started off as quite friendly and nice, but it just felt, I was overwhelmed by it. I really couldn't handle it.
Did you ever think you'd be a pinup girl?
No. How funny. But it was, that would be the Six of Cups reverse.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
too much.
all he was actually doing was being complimentary and nice.
There's a
And I don't
point
know if that
though.
said more about me or more about him, like, I don't
There
know.
there's a point where compliment and generosity can become standoffishness or too much. It's like, what do I have to offer back, or do I even want to offer anything back? Can't
I know.
buy love. You cannot buy
Exactly.
love.
Exactly. Exactly.
So of course you were uncomfortable. He put you in a situation
Oh, I mean,
where
we were all very young at the time that it happened. It's a long, long time ago. But I'm just saying, yeah,
uh, he was ready to get married. Plus, too, if you think about it, if he didn't know you that well, he was in love with an illusion that he'd created of you.
Yes. Well, he maybe thought he knew me well because he'd known me for such a long time. Like he'd sort of grown up knowing who I was, sort of thing, you know. But
Not the same as to spending time with you and being your
no,
friend, and then too, with all those expectations he came forward with, how do you possibly live up to that?
yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah.
yeah,
But
that very
I mean, I
Six of
haven't
Cups in
even thought
reverse.
about that story for like years and years and years, but it just reminded me of it here in reverse. Yeah,
Dang.
actually, I think this card could be quite unpleasant in reverse. You know, not intentionally unpleasant, but uncomfortably unpleasant.
Yeah.
Sometimes we don't want gifts and compliments and things.
Yep. Certain people just it comes across as scary, or when it comes across as fake, false.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't
Or you
stand.
feel you're under some sort of obligation to them. That's not very nice.
Yeah, that's not very nice at all.
Yeah, you feel beholden, don't you, then? And like you're indebted to them. And
Yep.
especially if some generosity has been sort of forced upon you that you didn't ask for, and then you feel you've had to accept it because it would be rude not to, but then you feel a sort of an obligation.
Yeah. That is definitely a good interpretation of a reversal of the Six of Cups, because
Yeah.
that's awkward, and it causes resentment on both parties, I think.
I had a boss in one of the travel agents I worked for like years ago, and she was very, very kind of overwhelming to all the staff there. And God help anybody that left, because they would get the after all I've done for you kind of, you know, thing. And I remember that at one point, I was not one of these people. There was like a long counter. So we didn't have individual desks. We all sat behind this long counter. And every girl behind that counter, apart from me, was pregnant. We're all sitting there serving customers with, and I think they've all done this so that they can leave without her saying, after all I've done for you. It's the only sort of way out of here without being made to feel guilty.
That's hysterical. Oh my God. You
Oh
froze.
God. Honestly, the things that spring to my mind when I'm sort of doing these card meanings. But yeah, oh gosh, yeah, Six of Cups reverse can be quite an awkward and uncomfortable card.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. In the upright, I think it's not only comfortable but very well appreciated. Very
Yes.
welcome. There's something welcoming about that card. And whether it's generosity or nostalgia, I think in the upright position it's fond memories of not just generally childhood, but of the past. Now in the reverse, it could be some wonky memories, don't go there. But upright, I think it's to me it's just a beautifully happy card. I
Yes.
love it. Okay, you brought a card. I
I,
want to know
I brought two. Yeah, I think. Yeah.
what how is this a Six of Cups to you? I have a trouble with the wild unknown. I can never intuit anything off of it on my own. The only time I see anything on it is when you're speaking about it. So show me, Mandy. Show me this.
Okay, so I'm first of all, I'm seeing the roots here, right? Okay, so this tree is, like if you're kind of obviously above on the land, you will see the tree, but this tree is so well supported, like that the earth is absolutely kind of embracing this tree and is giving this tree a safe home where it's going to remain sort of solid and standing. I think it's kind of gorgeous. I'm seeing the whole security thing and the whole support thing here with this card. I think it's gorgeous.
That is. See, I only see it when you explain it. I don't have any
I don't know if that
reaction.
is, that's my interpretation, and I've got no idea if that is the interpretation, because I read a few interpretations of this deck in the book, and I kind of thought, no, I've got to go my own way with this deck. If I'm going to enjoy this deck, I have to kind of see what I get out of it. So I didn't read the whole book through that, and I didn't read this card, to be fair. That's what I am getting out of it. Now, the other thing, as well as the kind of the rootedness of it, that was like the main thing of it. But I am just loving all of those colors that are going on below the surface. And that is kind of like suggesting to me that a true friendship and a true kind of act of kindness or whatever, it's because there's richness going on below the surface.
Oh, I love that.
I feel that this is loaded with something really strong and really meaningful and really permanent as well.
Okay, that's
I think
beautiful.
it's a fantastic interpretation. Very different, but of the Six of Cups and some, yeah.
And I am going to rephrase what you said that struck me so hard. You said you didn't really read the book because the book's interpretations did not speak to you. So you
Not
put
the
the
one
book
that I read.
aside and looked at the deck to see what you could get out of it.
Mm-hmm.
That is the way to do it. And if you need to know the keywords, or if you want to know the keywords, they're a great foundation. But what Mandy does with this particular deck and all her decks, I believe, she sees what they say to her. She
Yeah.
doesn't take anybody else's suggestions or what this is supposed to be. So when that card comes up for her, that's what it's going to say. Something in that area. That I just really wanted to paraphrase that and pound it home.
Yes, yes.
So,
It's important. Now, I don't want to criticize the book of the Wild Unknown. It was just I read a little bit of it and I thought, no. I'm going to just see what I can get from these cards.
yeah.
And it wasn't that I was too lazy to read the book, but I the few that I read, I just thought, no, this is putting me off it. I want to just go with it without the book.
Yeah. See how what the art said to you.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I think it's pretty rare that we actually see what the artist was saying when we look at art anyway. You know, that's what
Probably. Yeah.
art is open to interpretation.
I've used the Wild Unknown a few times in these card meanings, and I've felt the ones that I've kind of like used as examples have been really, really strong messages.
They've been beautiful, and as you explained them, when I'm looking at them, that's when they come alive in my head. But to look at them on my own, it's like, oh, I got nothing. It's like
Fair enough.
so they're ones I have to see through your eyes. Otherwise, they just
Mm-hmm.
don't speak to me.
But isn't this an amazing sort of image? You know?
Yes. Yes, it really is, especially when you pointed out those colors. That was flipping that wow. Another amazing image.
Oh,
Look at the whipped cream in the cups.
I know. I know. And if it is possible to zoom in on those children's faces, they are absolutely, I don't know if it's possible to do that. They're full of joy. Look how happy they are.
And they are, you can't fake that. You can't
Nah.
fake that.
I don't know if they just live in the same neighborhood or if it's their brother and sister. I don't know what relationship they are, but they just look so happy to have kind of like bumped into each other, and he happens to have that kind of, like you say, whipped cream or ice cream, and it's like, yeah.
And the fact that okay, like my children are 10 years apart. So I noticed a whole lot, especially with my older son's friends when they would come to spend the night. And my younger son would kind of want to be part of the gang and trail after them. And they were all like, get out, get out, get out. So we've got this older boy here who's just
Yeah.
totally happy to see this little girl and not treating her like an outsider. He's actually seeing her and accepting her. I like that.
I'm actually wondering if it's a birthday party and they're related or something. I'm just looking at, because it's just the whipped cream in the cups, like it's ice cream, or and it's celebration in a very childlike way.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Maybe he
really
threw
like
her the
it.
party. I love that.
Oh,
I love the looks on their faces.
yeah,
And I love their playground made of
exactly.
old tires. They put something to use to make something special for their childhood.
I love like the way the tires have all been painted. It's just lovely. I mean, I don't know whether they painted them especially for this tarot card. They might have done, because
They
this is an
might
art
have.
project, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. But it may have been an existing structure that
Yeah.
was there for children to play on.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will ask Alice on Thursday
Oh, I'm so
when I
excited.
interview her.
I hope you have like a book of notes or questions. I need
I've got to talk to you about all my questions. I will.
okay.
Tomorrow night I'm going to go through it all. Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait.
Mm.
I'm so excited. Oh my God. So
But it's
I
a lovely Six of Cups. Yeah.
every card I've seen in that deck, I've just loved.
Yes.
And I brought a card from the Tarot Grand Lux. And that
Oh,
doesn't say nostalgia. That's how I learned it. So
that is fantastic.
I love this card. I love this deck. It's just so beautiful. It does lock you into that traditional meaning, but
Oh,
the
yeah.
beauty of it is so stunning. If I see generosity there, it's the generosity people have shown her by making sure she has gifts and presents and things to keep her happy, and her generosity of sharing her joy
That's
because
just lovely. That is really gorgeous. I love it.
that's one of my favorite cards, period. It's like
Yes.
Tarot Grand Lux, Ciro Marchetti. Love him. So,
That is gorgeous.
and there's a
Oh,
lot going on in that six, more than just one or the other. And sometimes it's both. Like, you know, my brother, he's about 5 years older than me. And we call him Uncle Grumpy because he's grumpy. But I always have a special place for him in my heart because when we were younger, him even being 5 years older than me, he always had time to make models with me or play tea party with me. He didn't mind that I put bows in his hair. And then his friends would tease him, he'd say, that's my little sister. I'm
oh.
gonna make her happy. So that nostalgia is always there. I was very blessed growing up.
Mhm.
So, when I think of him at all, Uncle Grumpy, he puts on that I'm grumpy, but he's a big old softy. Don't tell anyone. I can see that little boy taking time to show his little sister how to tie her shoes, you know?
Mhm.
So I love that
Yeah.
Six of Cups.
Yeah. I mean, childhood is a really important thing, isn't it? It's a really precious thing. And it's gone, isn't it, in a flash.
Yeah, yeah, it
Mm.
is. It is.
Did you bring another card?
No, that was it. That
Oh,
was it. I've been trying to limit myself to one.
yeah.
It's really hard to do. And oddly, it was hardest for the swords. That was
You said
weird.
that. Yeah.
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 Like you would have think with my affinity to cups, it would have been hardest for the cups, but that one trumped everything. Every Six of Cups I'd ever seen, that one just made my
Oh, it's
heart
gorgeous.
happy.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
absolutely gorgeous.
Mm.
Wow. Well, I hope you all enjoyed that, and that if you have any kind of other Six of Cups you want us to show, or any kind of stories, maybe we should have a Six of Cups magic storytellers cottage.
Ooh. Ooh. I would have been
Ooh.
happy with the Six of Cups. Anything besides that damn Hierophant. So mad. I was
That's
like,
hilarious.
did you
But
see
yeah,
my
no,
face?
yeah. But if you want to come and talk Six of Cups with us, let us know. And maybe we should have a vote on people's favourite card. Like if they had to talk about a card, what would it be? Maybe we
Ooh.
throw something out there.
I have to figure out. I don't know if we can do it on YouTube. I'll try. I'll see if I can. But on Facebook, for sure, we can put up a little poll. See what, or even our website.
Yeah.
Put up a poll. What's your favorite
Yeah.
card? I know we have up there. What's your least favorite card? Everyone knows mine.
God. Well, okay, so we'll leave it there. Well, before we get talking about the H word, and and we will see you next time at the Seven of Cups. And please, please do like and subscribe.
Yes, please. And thank you.
Bye for now.
Bye.
Today, we're here at your party where we've secretly replaced your birthday cake with Donny Osmond.
Happy birthday, Mandy. This one's for you.
Mandy, it's your birthday. Time to celebrate and sing about who you are, Mandy. It's your birthday. Time to sing and shout. Come on, it's what you gotta do. Bring it. Add another candle. Another year, it's true. Though no one knows your age, sure looks good on you. Oh, Mandy, it's your birthday. Let's all dance and sing and shout your name. Oh, Mandy, it's your birthday. The music's hot, it's time to rock. This birthday party won't stop.
You got to admit, he still got it.
He really has.